Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. Let's go straight to the point. We go into battle groups. As an example, I will use 20th Panzer, a solid standard division. First tip, always take cheap reconnaissance. It can be 10-15 points. Also, I recommend not to take additional transport for it, like this one. Reconnaissance is always needed, but transport is not. It can take away 10-15 additional points, which will then be missing for some more important unit during deployment. So take one reconnaissance card on the fastest free transport. Here, Aufklärer on a motorcycle or the Beobachter fits the criteria. Second tip, always take a fighter. We are talking about quick play, and in quick play, without knowing who you will be playing against, it's better to always take a fighter. Use it to shoot down enemy recon planes and bombers. It's especially needed when the enemy uses a lot of cheap recon bombers. Calling in air defense everywhere is expensive and time consuming. A fighter can shoot down planes on all flanks, but pay attention to them. Don't let them fly to the enemy half of the map, and it's better to always keep them above your AA. Third tip, always take supplies and in a separate slot. You never know what crit your tank will get or when a unit will need ammo. It's better to have the ability to quickly take supplies for 40 points in your deck. The best choice is one card on B face. Fourth tip, the infantry configurations that I use. On A, 2 CQC cards and 2 long-range cards. On B, 1 CQC and 1 long-range. And on C face it's optional. Either nothing or 1 or 2 cards of any infantry. But preferably with an anti-tank weapon. This is the best suited for Maverick. For balance, infantry on C is a must. Tip number 5. Take a bomber on A. There should always be an opportunity to quickly remove the key enemy unit in the A phase. Here we have 2 cards of Junkers and BF-109s. I prefer Messerschmitt, but all of the above options are actually usable. Sixth tip, be sure to take mortars or their equivalents in A phase. Artillery is needed against important targets, suppressing enemy infantry and laying smoke. Good usage of mortars can win the game alone. Here we have standard mortar and half-track one. I'd choose half-track because of the radio and the mobile platform. However, in case you don't have those, take just standard mortars. They can get the job done. Tip number 7. If the division has handheld anti-tank grenade launchers, then they should definitely be taken. I advise taking them in A. This unit is always needed and very profitable, very cost efficient. Tip number 8. Take flamethrowers or a unit on fast transport. I'm talking about transport with 90 or higher speed km/h for early capture of position on the map. In this division we have flamethrowers on a bike or an horse, both 90 km/h. Tip number 9. Take a light anti-tank gun in the A phase for deployment and attempt to destroy enemy transport and to combat enemy light armor. Here we have an option between PAK 184 or FK 288. I'd prefer 45mm on Horch fast transport. Tip number 10. Take tanks and infantry with 1 wet. This improves accuracy, rate of fire, aiming speed, and also reduces the suppression of the squad under fire. Otherwise, your units will consistently lose to the enemy. Exception: small specialized units such as British Pioneers or flamethrower units. They don't need additional veterancy. As an additional tip, I'd say take AA on A and B phase. It's always needed. And actually that's all for the essential units. This is like a template for division building units which you need to take regardless of which division you are playing. We still have plenty of points, and for those points you can now additionally buy cards for your preferences, for your playstyle, and this additional unit is actually suitable for almost any deployment type. I'd say even for any deployment type. As an example, let's try to fit this deck, fill it with additional cards. Here I'd say let's take anti-tank plane. If you have them in decks, also take them. For artillery, let's take Wolframen. It's very powerful and unique unit for this division. You can take off map. Gepard, very good light armor. For the support, for anti-tank, we can take PAK 40. It's very reliable unit. Marder 1, very cost efficient. Here we can take IG-18, MG-42, Guerrilla, 2K, HE, always welcomed. Get a couple of tanks. And we can take tanks in the recon as well. Still have plenty of points, so we can take leaders in artillery. FK 288, very strong unit. And let's take PAK 40 and B phase. It's that's just one of many options on how to build these decks. Maybe not ideal, but it also gets the job done. And I think that's it for the video. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.